Today we're talking about Dragon Ball New Age Chapter 5, Vegeta's Ace, Hold Out for 1 minute. This is a particularly exciting chapter, especially for me, because this is the one that has Vegeta's final atomic shine. As we saw in the very last chapter, Chapter 4, Trunks, Piccolo, and Goten have just come to join Vegeta after Vegeta found out that he was actually the one that destroyed Rigor's mother. And now the Z Fighters, the team is assembling, and they're gonna take on Rigor, and they're gonna hold off Rigor for a minute as Vegeta charges up this absolutely insane attack. He says he can't think of any other plan, so he needs everybody else, Piccolo, Goten, and Trunks, hold him off for a single minute and get him into the air. The only direction he can shoot this attack is up, because otherwise it could easily destroy the Earth. So pretty much Rigor and his wife Sapari see that they're making up a plan. I guess they can't hear him. Interesting how scouters don't have any advanced hearing technology, but at the same time, it's interesting how Rigor's just kind of standing there waiting for it to happen. He's telling his wife, get out of the way, I don't want you to get hurt, and she's saying just keep your temper under control because she doesn't want him transforming into Super Saiyan 5 because it kind of poisons his body. It does some kind of internal damage or something like that. Piccolo's like, all right, we'll do it. We'll hold him off for a minute. And Vegeta's saying we only get one shot, so we got to make it count. If we miss, that's it. This is literally identical to Piccolo and Goku versus Raditz. How Piccolo told Goku, I have an attack, hold him off. I got to charge up the Makanko Sappo. So very much so, this whole saga is super close and similar to the Saiyan saga. We've seen a few examples from this that play an homage to the Saiyan saga, and specifically Raditz, and now we're doing this again, but at this stage, the fighters are all the way up to Super Saiyan 4. So, Piccolo asks for a heavy hitter, prompting them to go into Gotenks, and which is nice because they're teenagers now, I guess. So we're gonna get to see a teen Gotenks. Meanwhile, Piccolo charges in by himself. Man, he's got some big cojones to try and take on the true Super Saiyan Rigor all by himself. Even Rigor's like, he's attacking alone? Is this man insane? Piccolo says, this is going to hurt. That's absolutely hilarious. Pretty much since the Frieza saga, Piccolo's just been fodder to get absolutely beat on. I always laugh when he charges in against Broly or something like that, he has this epic entrance and then he charges in and just gets completely annihilated. Anyway, I think it's funny. He punches Rigor, he goes all out, he's throwing tons of punches. Obviously it's doing absolutely nothing to Rigor. Fantastic art here showing the action going on. I really love that from Malik Torhane. And look at Rigor's eyes, man. He's just tracking Piccolo the whole way, and even though he's tracking him, he's not even flinching because Piccolo's just battle power is completely nothing compared to his. Piccolo there just taking a massive fist to the face. Yeah, that's the pain you knew was coming. Piccolo gets completely destroyed, but then something hits Rigor really hard in the face, actually sending him backwards. And that obviously is Gotenks, who says, sorry to keep you waiting. The Grim Reaper of Justice, Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3, has made his return. Now, obviously with Fusion and Super Saiyan 3, they're going to be incredibly strong, and I'm interested to see here what exactly happens between them. Obviously, if he's able to actually hurt, it looks like it hurt Rigor, and that does make sense from a power scaling perspective. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks should be stronger than Super Saiyan 4. Now, as we get into this next panel, Sapari can't even believe where'd the other two go. Piccolo's obviously frustrated. He's like, couldn't you have gotten here a little sooner? I mean, they got there pretty fast, bro. I mean, you only took one punch. So there's a little funny dialogue here between Gotenks and Piccolo. Piccolo's saying, I thought as you guys would get older, you'd mature a little bit. Obviously not. And Vegeta, with a smirk on his face, says, good job, boys, now. So now he's going to start to charge up the final atomic shine. So he slams his foot down, he throws his arms to his sides, he starts screaming like crazy, and he creates these massive destructive energy balls with lightning coming out from each one of his hands. So Sapari's like, what is he doing? As her scouter is going off, that his battle power is just going crazy. Meanwhile, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Piccolo actually does look like they're doing good damage to Rigor here. And Piccolo is holding Rigor around the neck while Gotenks is just wailing on him. Gotenks putting in some serious work, which is awesome. I'd love to see Gotenks strong again, because I feel like in Dragon Ball Super they just made him weak. And Rigor obviously is very pissed off now with the counterattack, throwing out a massive punch, sending Gotenks back, and then just destroying Piccolo yet again. Unfortunately, poor Piccolo, man. It's a good thing he can regenerate. So Piccolo is pretty much down for the count. He looks so beat up. It's actually kind of hysterical. And Gotenks says, sit out, I got this. I love this like cool panel of him like running or flying. Nice dynamic angle there. Really good job from the storyboard perspective. And as Rigor's throwing out a variety of punches and kicks, Gotenks is literally just dodging everything, which visibly makes Rigor frustrated. And I love this. Like, I love how he's giving justice to Gotenks, even Piccolo, even though like he knew, he said this is gonna hurt, like at least he's doing something, you know, and not just sitting on the sidelines talking like Dragon Ball Super. So they're still going at it, lots of combat. This is a big action panel. Piccolo shoots out a Makanko Sappo, Rigor sees it, easily just deflects it, and Piccolo looks completely shocked and stunned from that. I don't know why. I mean, he should know that he's nowhere in the league of Rigor. Gotenks, obviously, you know, he has some damage on him now, and he's saying, don't worry about me, just protect Vegeta. And as Vegeta continues to charge up his final atomic shine, and Sapari, look at this expression on her face, just visibly flustered. His Tanny rating has tripled. Tanny, by the way, is what they call battle power in Dragon Ball New Age. It's like a new mechanic of measurement. And Gotenks actually hits Rigor with an uppercut, looking like it actually does some good damage, and it sends him up into the air, which you remember Vegeta asked them, hold him off for a minute and get him up into the air because I can't shoot this thing towards Earth or it'll easily destroy Earth. So Gotenks doing his job here, and then shoots out his galactic donuts, which catch Rigor, and they hold him up in the air and hold him in place. And this is just the perfect setup for Vegeta to unleash his new ultimate attack, Final Atomic Shine. Now, Gotenks talks some smack, you know, saying, I didn't think I would work on you. The problem with Gotenks is that he has arrogance, kind of like Ultimate Gohan did. The arrogance is ultimately his undoing. And Gotenks is saying, I'll give it to you, you were tough, but you weren't, you know, a match for the mighty genius of Gotenks, which obviously isn't true. Piccolo screaming, get away from him, as Rigor starts to scream. He can raise his power way beyond this, and with that he does. He breaks out, grabs Gotenks by the face, and just lands a critical blow on him, sending him flying so hard into the ground that it actually defuses them. So it makes perfect sense. I like this from a writing perspective. You give Gotenks a good job. You don't make him too OP, but like you make him relevant again. And it's great. I mean, that's one of the things I love about Dragon Ball New Age is they get a lot of the aspects of classic Dragon Ball and like power scaling correct. And it makes us fans actually really appreciate this. Rigor saying, enough, I won't be distracted any further, but then he sees all this like light energy and bubbles around him, and that's actually Piccolo, who did his attack that he used on Android 17 and now is throwing all of those energy balls at him. I mean, obviously Piccolo knows that's not going to do anything, but he's like, Vegeta, are you done yet? I've used up all my ki, and all we've done is pretty much just hold him off at this point. A surprised look on Piccolo's face. But that surprised look is not for Rigor, it's actually for Vegeta. Rigor also finally sees Vegeta and just sees this mass of destructive energy that he's been charging up for, feels like over a minute at this point. I mean, just look at how deadly that attack feels and looks from this panel. Just the amount of energy coming off Vegeta. I don't think you want to get hit by that thing. So Sapari's like, this rating, it can't be. And Vegeta with a smirk says, okay, let's see you kick this one, because earlier he shot a final shine attack, which was massively charged up at Rigor, who just simply kicked it away. Sapari's saying, beloved, watch out. And so Vegeta says, merge, final atomic shine. And with that, he closes his hands together, merging those two destructive energy balls that he's been charging for so long, and launches out this just absolutely tremendous mega nuke of energy. Final atomic shine. It's like a final shine attack with all this lightning and just destructive energy. It looks completely and utterly badass. The perfect setup for Vegeta to unleash this technique, which blows everybody else away as it flies directly towards Rigor. And it cracks and kabooms, exploding in the air, and pretty much the rest of Earth can feel the destructiveness of that attack. Even the lightning is still reminiscing in the sky after it exploded. This gigantic crater is in the ground. Nice panel there, zooming out to show the macro perspective of the damage. Again, really good storyboarding job there. That's one thing to pay attention to in these panels, guys, is it's very dynamic. He does a really good job from a director's perspective as a manga artist, zooming in and out of the battlefield to give you a sense of scale, to show where the characters are and make it easy on the eyes and easy for the reader to understand. It actually is a much more difficult skill than you would actually think it is. So great job. Hats off to you, Malik. Vegeta collapses here, that he just poured everything into this. And is Rigor destroyed? The next chapter, victory? Question mark. So Malik actually did just release chapter 6, so I can get to reviewing that one. Obviously, Rigor is not dead. Now, I loved this when I read it, previous version, so much that I actually animated Final Atomic Shine for my Dragon Ball Super Broly fan film, which I made before it even came out. And I'm going to show you that right here before I end this video.
Good